All right, so today we're going to be talking about the difference between high context cultures and low context cultures.
Yes, let's get started. So what is high context culture?
So I guess high context culture would be Japanese culture, right? And I guess the word to kind of help describe this would be the Japanese word kukyoyomu.
空気を読む with air.
Reading the air, reading the atmosphere. And so this was something I learned about maybe a year ago, and I've been practicing it. And I'm still not perfect at it because we never do it in Western culture. So what is it? What does it mean?
Like high context is like you told me, like we have to read air a lot, so we can like express my mind a lot. And then oppositely, like low context culture, like English culture, like I have to express my mind for everything. I have to like say everything, you know.
So it's very direct.
Very direct.
English,
So,
right?
Can I say Japanese? いや、そう、ハイコンテクストカルチャーっていうのは、日本語がそのハイコンテクストカルチャーに入ってんねんけど、要はハイコンテクストカルチャーっていうのはもうザ日本の文化っていう感じで、めっちゃ空気を読まないといけなくて、後でちょっと例は言うんやけど、とりあえず、ハイコンテクストカルチャーっていうのは空気を読むことがすごく重視されてる。で、それと反対にローコンテクストカルチャー、英語がローコンテクストカルチャーに入るんやけど、ローコンテクストカルチャーっていうのは空気を読むっていうことは全然評価されなくて、とりあえず思ったことだったりとか、言いたい意見っていうのは全部言葉にして言わないと伝わらないよっていう文化の違いがあって、今日はこれについて話していくよっていう話やねんけど、Did you get it?
なるほどね。
Yeah, I explained everything. So you have to give some example.
So I think an example that just happened was Keita and I got sushi for lunch. And I was saying like, this is a good place. It's really local, it's close by, it's not too expensive, and the sushi is really good. And we finally bring it back home, we have our lunch here, and it ends up not being that good. But I asked Keita, first question I asked, he takes a bite. Oh, Keita, is it good? Oishii?
Yeah, I told him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 years ago, I would have been like, oh, okay, he likes it, it's good. Yeah. But after learning about kukyoyomu and high context culture, I realized, actually means no.
But to be honest, in my mind, because you already gave me some piece of your sushi, that's why I've never said it's not good. You know what I mean? I'm still, my mind is so Japanese still now. I'm a little bit improved, but still Japanese in my mind. That's why I said, to be honest, it's not for me, but that's not bad, you know. Yeah.
But Keita still said it was good because that's the high context culture, is you're not really direct. It's reading the air. So I should understand, even when he says, yes, it's good, Keita's just being polite. He's being kind because he doesn't want to hurt my feelings because I said how good this place was.
Sometimes I like mine, but sometimes not. Because I'm here, I'm in Canada, so I have to adapt the Canadian culture, but sometimes not. You know, it's pretty hard. It's very important to take a balance. So I can give you another example. So when I start to work here, so when I make some mistake, so then my manager tell me, Keita, I like the way, but I don't like it. That's wrong. You know what I mean? This is my first culture shock, you know.
So what's it like in Japan?
So when I work in Japan, when I make some mistake, my boss gonna say, Keita, you think the way is right or not? Right? He never say, I don't like it, it's wrong or something like that. So Keita, it's right or not? Just think yourself, and I will check it 1 hour later. Okay, boss, I do it. I do my best. And after 1 hour, hey boss, I did it. Can you show that? Can you check it? And then finally she's gonna say, actually, it's not. But actually, yeah, your way is not bad, but it's right. You know what I mean? So it just waste our time because I did it just 1 hour, and after that, oh, it's wrong. So it's the most cultural difference. I feel it when I come here. So to be honest, I prefer the low context culture honestly.
It's more direct.
More directly.
Right.
So Japanese people never say something directly, like kind of like roundly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they go, we say like, the English word is, the phrase we use is beat around the bush.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard before?
No. What is that? Anyway.
So beat around the bush means to not say it directly. Maybe you want to ask a girl out on a date, right? You like a girl. Mm-hmm. And instead of saying, will you go out with me? You say, oh, like, you know, there's a new movie out. Mm-hmm. It looks really good or something like that. Or there's a new restaurant that I really want to try. It looks good. So instead of asking her, you go around.
Yeah,
you take the long way around.
That's exactly Japanese
beat around
culture.
the bush, yeah, instead of asking directly.
Okay. Yeah, but now my mind is maybe changed. Because I spent here like over 8 months, and I'm really comfortable when I speak English. Yeah, this is my question. My character is gonna be changed when I speak English and Japanese. Why? I know you're not expert, but it's curious.
So because you changed your mindset, your character starts to change as well, right? So when you first arrived in Canada, you're speaking English, but you think in Japanese, right? You think in Japanese, then you those thoughts you translate into English words.
Yeah, that is why I want to share the topic, you guys. So when I come here, like I didn't know the culture difference, high context and low context. That's why when I speak English, I make a sentence in Japanese in my mind, and after that translate into English and speak. But the English is like kind of weird because it's too roundly, you know, I never say it directly. So that's why I will very struggle with this situation. And then I look it up on Google. What is the difference between Japanese and English? And then finally I got there's a culture difference. So now I improved and changed my life. Now I can like make a sentence in English in my brain, and then I can say whatever I want very directly. That's like very comfortable for me. For example, like dating with girlfriend, I can say like I love you, wanna hug you, something like that, very directly. But in Japanese, never.
Oh really?
I get shy. I'm not sure, but kind of when I speak Japanese, my mind's gonna be like more Japanese. When I speak English, my character's gonna be more like Western culture and like very so directly. Yeah, that's why it's very comfy to me. English has more like a lot of positive word than Japanese, I think, because when I say like good morning, good night, like goodbye, always good. It's good. It's very positive word. That's like very hype me up, you know. And in Japanese we just say konnichiwa, hello, not hello, konnichiwa, ohayo, something like that. Konbanwa. It's not negative word, but it's not positive word, you know. So yeah, that's why I like English.
What about like, so in holidays, we say Merry Christmas, Merry is happy, Happy Holidays.
Happy holiday, yeah.
Happy Halloween. What about Nihon?
Just Merry Christmas.
No happy holiday, no happy.
We never say happy. So, akemashite omedetou. Nani? This is like New Year things.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. You can say akemashite omedetou. Okay. Yeah, it's not negative word, but I don't feel this never hype me up. So yeah, maybe English has a lot of positive word more than Japanese. Yeah.
So you start to think in English, and you start to understand that English is a lower context. So instead of beating around the bush or saying a Japanese style but English words, you think I should say directly, I should say low context, and it helps with your English studying.
Exactly.
So if you're trying to practice English or learn English, maybe it's better to learn how English people speak in low context in comparison to high context.
Yeah.
And it's easier to understand.
I have to say for the Japanese education, because my English teacher never told me this cultural difference, right? That's why you guys have to say what's the difference English and Japanese for your student. Just kidding. I don't want to get any hater, but that's my opinion. I have to like learn it more earlier. So
because it's not taught in schools.
In school, yeah.
maybe even I feel like some Japanese teachers that are teaching English don't even know the difference between high context and low context,
Yeah.
right? They just teach the basic grammar and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's something you have to kind of study and learn about and adapt to in the country, right?
Yeah,
You realize how Canadians are going to act around you, and then or Americans, and then go off of that.
They usually teach us like only grammar, writing, reading, we never learn how to speak. But this is most important things, but usually the Japanese people doesn't speak English compared to like another South America people, that's the thing.
They struggle. It's more of like they speak, they're good at writing. I feel like Japanese people are so good at writing in English, right?
Except me. For real. Because I never care about like grammar, writing, reading. That's why I always practice just speaking. Yeah.
But
anyway,
it's good. Like, when I was doing like language exchange, I always feel like typing, Japanese people are so good at texting. Their English is good.
For real?
Yeah. And so like they can type and they can communicate and they can express words. Maybe they need help with like Google Translate for some words. But even then they can make full sentences. Versus like when you speak English, you talk to them on the phone, something like that, it's a whole different level. I feel like their level's here, and then I speak with them on the phone or we do a Zoom call down to here. And it's really just like it's not enough practice speaking English. I feel like Japanese schools focus on grammar and writing.
Always.
Reading and writing English is like the main focus points of Japanese English education.
It's kind of useless to me.
Especially when you want to travel and work here, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they always care about the score for English exam, but our English exam is only writing, reading, grammar. Yeah, that's so useless to me,
Yeah. The more important thing is the pronunciation, because you're going to be speaking every day, right? So I feel like maybe getting a job in the Western culture is much easier if you can have good pronunciation and have good. You don't even need to be an expert at texting or reading or writing, and it really comes down to the pronunciation.
So you mean we have to focusing on like pronunciation and how to speak. We don't have to care about grammar.
Yeah.
So much. Right.
It's important, but it's like as long as you know the basics. If you know the basic alphabet and you can text it, but if you can't speak the language, or if you have trouble communicating your thoughts in English in this low context, it makes it much more difficult. Eh?
Exactly. So it's just my opinion. If we want to know some culture, we have to learn their languages. So if you want to know the Japanese culture, you have to learn Japanese. I have to learn Canadian culture. I have to learn English. You know what I mean? 本当に Yeah, 本当に What should I do? Be more like better English speaker.
If you're interested in improving your English skill, one of the best ways is to just communicate with an English speaker. Whether it's getting a job in Canada, America, something like that, or getting on Zoom classes with them, Skype, something like that, where you just have that daily conversation and talks about life, where you can practice. Practice makes perfect, we say. Kind of an idiom.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect. So as long as you keep speaking English every day,
keep speaking. Don't afraid of anything. The most Japanese people do,
There's a shy and afraid,
very
right?
Shy.
Yeah.
This kind of Japanese character, they're very shy. That's why, or maybe they can make a sentence in their brain, but they don't speak. You know what I mean?
Too shy to say the sentence,
because
right?
Too shy.
Oh, they're not gonna understand me. They're not gonna, something like that, and then they.
Because I was totally not like that. I'm never afraid of anything. I always make a mistake, but I just keep practicing, keep speaking. Because fortunately my workplace is very local. There's only English speaker. There's no Japanese. And then my friend also, everybody English speaker. I've never hung out with the Japanese people, but they tend to hang out with the Japanese people, and they always communicating with each other in Japanese. That's not a good way, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of a waste. I know one Japanese girl who came to Canada and she only speaks Japanese. Yeah. She only hangs out with Japanese people. She doesn't like work in an English place. She works in like a sushi shop. So, but they only speak Japanese in the sushi shop.
Yeah.
And so she doesn't get any practice.
It's kind of a Japanese character.
Mm.
This is our culture. They always hang out together with Japanese.
That's a good topic. So
Okay.
the individuality, the Japanese mindset is to go as a group thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So in Western culture, in English, we really like having our own opinion. You know, someone says, let's go get sushi. I say, no, I don't want sushi. I don't like sushi. I don't want it. Japanese culture, more group. Like if one person suggests sushi, everyone's, yeah, let's go. Even if they don't like, even if they don't want.
Actually, we can follow them. Yeah. Okay, let's go sushi. But in my mind, not.
Right. But you won't say.
Yeah, but we never say it.
Will people look at you weird if you say it? Like if you're in a group of friends, you got 5 or 6 friends, and everyone says like, if one person says sushi, other 4 people say, oh yeah, sure, and you say no.
For me, I say no. I don't want to eat sushi.
Will the other people look at you weird?
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Why does he say that?
That's why I couldn't adapt the Japanese culture. That's why I'm here. I can be more open-minded and very friendly. So when I like in the subway, some people say, "Hey, I like your hair. I like your outfit." You know what I mean? I never know them, but they're gonna like hype me up always. I like it. But it's never happened in Japan.
Maybe too shy or too like.
Too shy.
Maybe if everyone says, like, if there's a group of people saying, "Oh, I like your outfit," then the Japanese person will go say, right? Because it's everyone. Other people say that. Other people think that.
Yeah. It's totally different. Yeah. So when you go to Japan in the subway and very nice outfit, they never say like nothing. I like it, something like that. They never. It's never happened.
But in Canada, always.
Always. Why? Yeah, this is the difference. And this is my love part of Canada. It's not only Canada, actually.
It's just
in
Western,
the US,
Western culture.
Yeah. I want to share my Japanese culture more in the world. You know what I mean? Then we need to speak English. You know, Japanese culture is really, really beautiful. I'm proud of. I'm Japanese. I really love Japanese culture, but most of people in the world doesn't know what is Japanese culture. They know only like good food, right? Good transportation, something like clean, safe, something like that. Only that one. But Japanese culture is a little bit complicated. You have a lot of beautiful parts, but sometimes not.
Yakuza.
Yeah, exactly. Like some tattoo issue, you know, we still have very old culture. So actually I don't like this part. Mostly I like Japanese culture, but sometimes I don't like Japanese culture.
The old style. Old culture. Style. Yeah, like the no tattoos in the onsen.
Yes, that's exactly. Yeah, so like actually we need to like share our really, really good Japanese culture in the world. Actually, I have a like responsible because I'm in Canada and I can speak English. That's why I can share my Japanese culture more. So that's my task. You have to practice, speak English more, and then come to Canada. Don't stay in Japan.
Yeah, I think Canada is one of the best countries for foreigners or Japanese to come because we are so friendly and open to learning about the Japanese culture. In comparison to, let's say, America, where it's still accepting, maybe, but maybe less open. I feel like if you go to America, you should start to adapt American culture versus when you come to Canada, you can express Japanese culture here and Canadians like to learn about it.
And then I believe they're gonna be like respect our culture and I can respect their culture, respect each other. That should be nice.
And I feel like if you show your culture in Canada, we think it's like, it's cool, it's かっこいい. You come to Canada, you teach us how to do takoyaki, show us how to do onsen, something like that. Like, oh, kakoi, sugoi, something like that. We're so impressed by it. And we want to learn about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I believe so. I believe so.
I believe so.
Yeah, because we have a lot of good points in the Japanese culture, but most of people never know. What is Japanese culture? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to share the Japanese culture here more. Okay, that's it today. So he has a big YouTube channel. Just subscribe his channel. Bye.
See you.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Jane.
Okay, in total 30 minutes video. I will put Japanese subtitles. I know my best. Bye. See you.
Sweet melancholy, spread my wings, so damn ready to soar. And there couldn't be a better taste after everything I faced.